MIT approaches the phenomenon of so-called homeopathic aggravations from a scientific angle, an angle entirely different from what you have been taught in your classrooms and academic textbooks. Most important point to be noted here is that molecular imprints contained in post-Avogadro diluted drugs cannot interfere in the normal interactions between biological molecules and their natural ligands, and hence cannot modify biochemical processes that are part of normal vital processes. Actually, what homeopaths consider as homeopathic aggravations are a peculiar phenomenon of underlying masked symptoms becoming unmasked and prominent, and coming to the forefront when superficial masking symptoms are removed. In almost any clinical condition, there will be some molecular errors and their symptoms that are masked and subdued by some molecular errors and their symptoms. Only way to avoid this kind of unmasking of symptoms is to ensure that our prescription contains all the diverse types of molecular imprints required to remove all the diverse types of molecular errors that exist in the patient. When studying the phenomena of homeopathic aggravations, both chances will have to be considered: readjustments happening in various biochemical pathways as part of curative process, as well as appearing of residual symptoms because of prescription being partial. If all the symptoms are getting relieved after our prescription, and patient is feeling better, it means our prescription was right, and it succeeded in providing all the diverse types of molecular imprints required to remove all the diverse types of molecular inhibitions in the person. This situation is most welcome in homeopathic prescribing. If the patient comes back and starts talking about new complaints ignoring or forgetting old ones, it means our prescription was right, but patient may need additional remedies to supply the molecular imprints required to remove the new complaints, which were ignored by him earlier, due to severity of other complaints. If the main symptoms are aggravating or remaining as such even after a reasonable time for drug actions after administration of a particular drug, and the patient is feeling bad or weakened, in most cases it means that the drug we used is not the appropriate similimum, or it is only a partial similimum to the patient, which does not contain appropriate molecular imprints required to remove the molecular errors underlying these symptoms. Case is deteriorating, and we have to reconsider the prescription immediately. If some of the main symptoms are relieving, and some new minor symptoms are emerging, it may be part of curative process, and in such cases, we can wait and observe. If the newly emerged symptoms also relieve in due course, it is okay. But if they are becoming worse, and the case as a whole deteriorating, of course we will have to reconsider, and add new drugs to our prescription, to cover the newly emerged symptoms also.